you ready to get your laugh on? Minor league. Okay, let's go through a few things. 2 teams, red versus blue team. 2 teams of 3 and then compete the victory. And it's all decided by you. Who? Yeah, none other than the loyal fans. So virtually throw your hands and throw them 6 and 7s and cheer for whatever team you're repping. The next thing that we need suggestions. Yeah, everything we do here is made up. We make up everything that you see right off the top, right on the spot. 30 minutes past 7 o'clock. Sit back, relax. Don't forget to go and into the chat. You about to see you a wonderful match. Guaranteed, cause it be Wednesday night. That can only mean one thing. Tell me, are you ready? You ready to get your laugh on? Get your laugh on. That can only mean Wednesday night. Tell me, are you ready? You ready to get your laugh on? To get your laugh on. To get your laugh on. To get your laugh on.
Boo, scared y'all. Oh, I bet I got you good on that one. I'm so happy to be here. I have not seen your virtual faces in such a long time. Uh, I'm just the cool cat, Kelsey, announcer, baby. Happy early Halloween, everybody. It's so excited to be here on Minor League to help celebrate the festivities. Oh, happy holidays, everyone. So, welcome to our minor league event. In parentheses, very spooky. Spoiler alert. Okay, yeah. So, as you know or may not know, we've got 2 teams going against each other. And you know what? We're going to learn. Hey, everybody, I totally forgot about polls. Ever heard of them? So, we're going to do a quick super poll here because I need to know how we doing. I need to know if we're doing great or if we're doing great but spooky. So you're gonna see this poll up here, and it's cool because it doesn't meet the guidelines. So that's super fun that it's not like working for me. So we're gonna totally pretend there's a poll. So just type in the chat. How are we doing? Great? Or are we doing great but spooky? And I'll figure that out another time. It's okay. So I'm going to be coming to you all throughout the night because we're going to be doing a lot of voting because we rely on you. Just like a sporting event, except we're comedy, not about sports, but comedy played like a sport. We go by points. We need to go by voting. Who did you like better? Who made you laugh? Who just looks really nice today? So those polls, or if I come to you and just ask you to type in the chat here, that's how we will do voting. And then the best team will win at the end. So just a few things if you're new here. If you're not, you're going to hear them again. What a great reminder. We are Comedy Sports. You are our loyal fans, and we're so happy to see you here today. So we went over how voting works, just a couple of fun rules. We have a couple fouls we want to talk about virtually here. Our number 1 foul here is the out of bounds foul. Now, we're spooky, but we're not mean, okay? So anything that you got that's like mean, nasty pants, icky, nasty no-nos, just leave them. We don't need any swear words or anything like political or weird. We can just leave at the door. We're here to have a good, silly, fun, spooky time, and we got each other's back, so that includes you, but that also includes us. So you won't see us being nasty pants, icky, nasty, weird, because we're gonna have a good, clean, fun time. I promise. It'll be great. So we have a lot to cover. But I'm just so excited to show you everybody. So let's go introduce you to our lovely, lovely teams for the evening. So let me go grab them from the spooky locker room. Like I said, 2 big teams, 2 big spooky teams. We've got a red team, we've got the blue team coming at you strong. for a big event of fun. Again, spoiler alert, we're gonna have a great time. Up first, we've got our Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, or the modern Promethoreds. Yeah, up first we got Sean Jasko, baby. Coming up next, we've got Christian Zdarky. And our captain, Thomas P. Clune. Now, it wouldn't be a true competition without a big bad blue team. They're gonna come in. They're our home team. We've got the Horriblues. Up first, Eric Reyes. Coming up strong next, we got Joe Rodriguez. And our captain, we've got Matt Kidd, baby. Let's go. But hey, we wouldn't have a true competition without someone to keep us in charge. We got our ref. And that ref is our wonderful, amazing, and spooky, but also may or may not love vampires. I don't know. Spoiler alert again, we've got Allie the Vampire Volmer.
Hello, Kelsey.
Hey.
I'm putting away my vampire novel because I have a very important game to play with these two teams. But before we do, I do need to warn them that there is a technical foul as well. For as we are beholden to the internet, if anybody's video stops or stutters or anybody forgets to come off mute, I will take points away from their score depending on the severity. So remember to pay Comcast in the next 10 minutes if you haven't already. How are you tonight, Kelsey?
Man, I'm just groovy. This is my time of year. I went to a pumpkin patch yesterday, so not much can bring me down.
That's fantastic. I ate ice cream in the tub and listened to the Moana soundtrack because I'm doing okay.
Aren't we all?
I'm doing great. Those are things that a person who's in good shape, who has good emotional and mental health, those are things that they do. They eat ice cream in the tub and listen to the Moana soundtrack.
And read Midnight Sun because
and
you're
Midnight
better
Sun,
than everyone.
Classic American literature.
Classic.
Kelsey, there's a game that I'd like to play, but in order to do that, I must say, captains to the screen. Captain Matt, Captain Thomas, Captain Matt, do you understand what's on the line tonight?
Good evening, Ref Allie. Of course I understand what's on the line tonight. One of us will be locked in this library forever if we don't win.
That's true. And Matt, how do you feel about that?
I feel amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, since both of you are currently holding exquisite works of literature, I would like for you both to turn to a random page in your book and pick a sentence at random. You'll both read the sentence, and whichever sentence I prefer with no context gets to decide who picks the opening head-to-head game. So, Thomas, you appear ready. What is your mystery sentence?
Thenceforth, he was a brute beast when he crossed the fields at times, not seeing anything, knowing not if 'twere winter or green spring.
Ooh, that was poetic. I love that. Matt, how are you going to combat that sentence?
Thou art so fat-witted with drinking of old sack and unbuttoning thee after supper and sleeping upon benches after noon, that thou hast forgotten to demand that truly which thou wouldst truly know.
I think Matt called me fat, and so I have to give the choice to Matt to pick the opening game because I'm just so shocked, but also very impressed. That's what we call a power move here in the Mystery Library.
Man, he could have said anything. I'd have been like, "That's so sweet. That was beautiful."
Thank you.
Well, all right. That's unfortunately how I've gotten into dating trouble. Matt, you do get to pick the opening head-to-head game. What game will you pick for both teams to play?
I am happy that I have won. So I will challenge Thomas to Yay, Boo, Bradbury.
Yay, Boo, Bradbury. How do you feel, Thomas?
Our favorite game, a minor league original. We invented this game. We accept.
Absolutely.
Good.
The way that the name of the game rolls off the tongue, you know it's an original. Loyal fans, I need a couple of things in the chat. I would love to hear, somebody in the chat said, what if it's a good library? I assure you, I'm just going to say this blanket statement. Any place that you're locked in and not allowed to have the autonomy to leave is not good. It's not good and it's not healthy. It's a little toxic. So check in with yourself there. I would like to see
a good Stockholm syndrome.
And we don't. We don't, though.
We don't.
We don't. Loyal fans, I would love to see in the chat locations, either places you'd like to go on vacation. I would even like to see places in the United States you'd like to go on vacation, someplace local. I'm probably going to steal these for myself. What you're about to see is Yay Boo Radberry. And in this game, we're going to have two players telling us a story one line at a time. One player will be telling us a sentence that would make me go, yay! And the next player will say a sentence that makes me go, boo, because it's getting a little bit spookier. All right, let me go to the chat here. We're going to have two players up first. We have Captain Matt and Captain Thomas on the screen. Are you selecting yourselves as first, or are you throwing somebody else up there?
I do believe we have selected ourselves first.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Since Matt was able to choose the game, Thomas will start as yay, and Matt will be boo. And the suggestion to start out with is New Orleans. And Kelsey, would you please be doing the yays and the boos? I'm going to be relying on you to see if these players actually do it correctly, because if they don't make me yay or boo, I'll eliminate them and we'll go to the next player. So Matt and Thomas, are you ready for this game of Yay Boo Radberry?
Absolutely.
Yes.
New Orleans. Let's begin with yay.
Jennifer got off of the most pleasant airplane ride she's ever taken in her entire life.
Yay!
But the sticky swamps of the Louisiana Delta hit her nose as soon as she got off that plane.
Boo!
Which reminded her that she has the scent to smell, the most greatest gift of all.
Yay!
And that she had spent the flight down to New Orleans next to a man who had not bathed.
Boo.
Which she was no longer sitting next to because they were on a connecting flight to elsewhere.
Yay!
But a rancid corpse from the Delta hit her nose once again and caused her to retch.
Bummer, dude. Boo.
So she grabbed a handkerchief outside of her pocket and put it to her nose. Magically, it looked down. It was her scarf that she had left in there for 10 years and forgotten about.
Yeah. Ugh.
Thomas, I am going to call you out because as somebody who has left a scarf somewhere, it doesn't smell good when you pull it out. You do need to wash it. So rotate red team. We're going to get somebody new onto the field. And Matt, I'm going to transition you to the yay side. So you will be doing yays. And it looks like Sean is up for the red team, and he will be giving the boos. We are going to go with a suggestion of the Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains. Matt, we will start on your side with the yay. Begin.
David took the opportunity of the pandemic to spend time in the Rocky Mountains.
Yay!
But the place he spent this time was very haunted.
Oh, boo.
However, it was haunted by a lovely little girl who liked crumb cakes.
Yay!
Yes, she said she was a little girl.
Boo!
But in actuality, she was a house elf ghost.
Oh, yeah! Yay!
Yes, a dark elf with dark elven magic. She cast spells on him.
Boo.
Spells that allowed them to blossom their friendship in that new home.
Yay! Oh.
I have played Dungeons and Dragons, and when you are a dark elf, that is not a spell that you have. So I apologize, Matt. You do have to rotate out for the blue team. Fantastic. We're going to have a new player up next. And in the meantime, I do see the spooky suggestion of mini golf course. Sean, you will be transitioning to the yay portion, and Eric, you are responsible for the boos. We will begin with Sean at the mini golf course.
Tiffany took a group of her friends to a mini golf course.
Yay!
Looked down at her phone. Oh no. They're going to be 15 hours late.
Oh, boo.
She thought that stinks, but wait, this gives us ample time for friendship.
Yay!
So she ran over to the counter, and oh no, all of the mini putt balls are gone.
Boo.
Oh, this just meant her and her friends get to use their imagination.
Yay!
Unfortunately, the last time they hung out and used their imagination, they got into serious prison trouble.
Boo.
But they got off on good behavior.
Okay, yeah.
That good behavior was bribing the judge.
Oh, no.
Well, they learned a valuable lesson about friendship and crime.
Yay!
That's right. Snitches get stitches.
Boo.
Those stitches did eventually heal.
Yay!
Sean, I am going to call you out because yes, stitches do like heal, but there's always a scar. It always leaves a scar. We're going to rotate out for the red team. And Eric, you will transition over for our next suggestion to Yay. And it looks like our last player for the red team, Christian, is up and is going to be doing the booze. Your suggestion is, I'm from Indiana. I've never heard of Erie, Indiana. Let's see. Ooh, rocket ship. Rocket ship is the suggestion. So Eric, when you are ready, begin.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off to the world's unknown.
Yay!
Using rocket fuel that was deprived of ancient animals who have now been dead and decomposing.
Boo.
Giving new meaning to otherwise forgettable creatures.
Oh, yay!
But reminding the astronauts that everybody will be forgotten eventually.
Oh, boo.
And as they passed the moon, they looked over and saw Neil Armstrong, his ghost, for he waved as they flew to worlds unknown.
Yay!
Reminding.
I'm going to be vulnerable. Is Neil Armstrong dead? He is. Okay.
Thank you
Well,
for being emotionally vulnerable with us.
I heard he said I ate ice cream in the tub and listened to Moana soundtrack. I think asking if Neil Armstrong is dead or alive is kind of like not even in that wheelhouse. I am going to say there are no ghosts in space. There are no ghosts in space. So Eric, I do apologize. You are eliminated. Oh my gosh, and we have our last player up for the blue team. Ooh,
Oh.
Christian, you are yays, and we're ending here with Joe, who is going to be our booze. Loyal fans, we have one more suggestion, which is going to be an LL Bean Factory tour. An LL Bean Factory tour. Thank you for the hot take. In the chat, yes, ghosts are not in space. They're here on Earth with us, living among us as we speak. There's one in the
What?
corner.
We
Yep,
can't get
there's-
into this now. This is a too deep of conversation to talk about.
The entire show is me talking about my ghost theories. Anyway, LL Bean Factory. This is for 5 big points going on the board. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
JP and Sarah were thrilled to finally get that tour of the LL Bean Factory.
Yay!
Unfortunately, it had been scheduled for after their breakup.
Oh no.
But these two preppy yuppies thought this is the perfect opportunity to come back together.
Okay, yeah. Yay!
Who is this handsome LL Bean employee walking towards us?
Uh-oh.
thought.
Boo.
They both thought, hey, why not observe the goods in the store? And both were pleased with what they saw.
Yay.
The LL Bean employer said, "Hello, I am Dracula, no relation. How can I help you today?"
JP and Sarah were thrilled to finally meet a real celebrity.
Yay!
Dracula said, "Please, no flash photography." But that didn't stop JP.
Boo.
JP was all about that Instagram life and said, dude, I'll fix it in post with a filter.
Yay.
All right, I'm going to call you out, Christian. If you're fixing it and post with a filter, then you don't need a flash the whole time. 5 big points going to the blue team. Okay, it has been pointed out to me that there is the show Space Ghost.
Hey, it's okay. We all have our own beliefs, and you were
Mark
vulnerable.
Wilder, that is very fair. There is the show Space Ghost.
This is a safe space.
Is it?
It is with me.
Great. That's all I need.
You know what else?
But
You know
this
what else is
isn't.
great? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just going to do a beautiful segue talking about our wonderful merch that we have.
Ooh, please do. Please do.
You want to support our space ghosts? You can tell us if there's ghosts in space or not by buying a nice T-shirt. Got some fun T-shirts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some other fun stuff.
I do appreciate the hashtag of safe Space Ghost. We are going to determine now to see, the blue team has 5 points. We are going to get Captain Matt to the screen. Captain Matt,
Hello
congratulations on getting those, hello again, getting those 5 points on the board. This is very important for your
Thank you.
quest to not
It
be
is.
trapped in a library for the rest of your life.
No, I do not want to become a ghost, although I am fond of them.
Yes. Isn't that truly the nature of life? It is what we fear that is what ultimately we will become. For those of us that are afraid of death, we'll ultimately die and become the ghost of which we do not see.
Wow, this is good.
But you get to play a single team choice game with the blue team.
That is fantastic.
What
With
would you
my
like to play?
compatriots, I will show us how we can both be big and small within the Witten word by playing Big Little.
Ooh, Big Little, please field your team. Loyal fans in the chat, I would love a suggestion of a relationship that you maybe had when you were younger. So maybe if you're in college, you'd be like professor-student. So like, what is a relationship that you had in your younger years? So go ahead and put those in the chat. For the game of Big Little, you will see our players do a scene, and I can at any point call little. They will get little. I will call big, and they will get big again. You will see precisely what that means in yet but a moment, which is the passing of time, which does often remind us of death and the inevitable. So we are going to the chat. Oh, yes, I love this. The suggestion is babysitter. Babysitter is the suggestion.
Thank you.
Am I back? We're back.
Yes.
I can't call a foul
Back.
myself. The suggestion is babysitter. Blue team, are you ready?
Yes. Bobby.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm totally ready to prank this new babysitter.
Yo, you gotta speak up. You don't have
Oh.
to whisper to me.
I mean, I do because we're being all close and stuff. But I want to prank the babysitter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's grab the whoopee cushion.
Ooh, good idea.
Little.
I'm gonna go over here and get it. Oh God, where'd it go?
Hey guys, it's me, Gus, your babysitter.
Oh, he's here.
Hey,
Oh.
I hope you boys love
Big.
Robin Williams DVDs, because I got them all.
That sounds great. Bobby,
Yeah.
you should help him.
Yeah, we
Bobby,
totally should.
please
I'm
take
gonna take
these.
this box and loudly go over here.
Little.
So, like, you're from the high school, right? Nothing at all dangerous about that. You're just a normal guy. Well,
I mean, I teach woodshop, but I mean, I know my way around a saw.
that is so dangerous.
Here, let me show you. Let me
Yeah, go sit on the chair.
Yeah.
Big.
You want me to sit down? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
over
sit
there.
down.
Get on the chair.
Little.
My head, it fell off. Oh no!
Big.
Oh god!
I have to go grab my saw real quick. Be right back.
Little.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I lost my head. I lost my head. It was
You
so funny. I
literally
lost
laughed your head off.
I laughed my head off. Hey guys.
Hey boys, I'm back. I got my saw. Let's
Joe stay little, Matt and Eric get big.
Oh my
guys.
god.
Oh god, that was so funny.
Look, legendary night.
Yeah.
Legendary night. We are the kings of comedy here.
Yeah, we are. He is Joe Joestar, and I am Comedy King.
you boys are hilarious. I also love pranks.
Oh,
You
do you know a good one?
I do. Why don't you go and Bobby, go close your eyes real quick.
Joe big, Matt and Eric little. And that's the game. Kelsey, I am loving these these versions clearly of the Monster Mash that we're allowed to use.
Hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do, baby. We're just improving.
Just improving, straight up improving. Hashtag improving. Loyal fans, lock that game in your head because we are going to be voting on games here soon, but we have to make the playing field even or else the torture doesn't feel quite as good. We are going to get our red captain, Captain Thomas, to the screen. How are you faring in this fair library?
I tell you very much, Rafali. Our team can't be locked in a library forever for a second time. It's just not good.
Oh boy, yes, I have heard of your previous experience of being locked in a library forever. It's quite a harrowing tale that we'll have time for later in the chat. At this point, Captain Thomas, what game will you compete against that one for points?
Well, much like W.W. Jacobs, we wished we were doing better, so we are going to play the game of Monkey Paw.
Ah, Monkey Paw. Go ahead and screen your team. Loyal fans, for the game of Monkey Paw, I would like to get in this, into the chat who is a fictional character that you enjoy. So maybe a cartoon character, a character from a book, just a fictional character, perhaps from a television program, and put those in the chat. You are about to see the game of Monkey Paw. In this game, our players get a wish. The wish might come true. We'll see how that goes.
This is too spooky.
Too spooky. I also like that you're my evil person, but like cat. So you're my yes. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know what also is too spooky? Not subscribing to our Twitch channel.
That's too spooky.
That's too spooky for me. Subscribe, give us a like on the social medias. I mean, now you can get notified when we play, when we're here. That's not spooky, knowing where we're at.
That's true. Yes. Don't be too spooky. Subscribe. Ooh, I love this. I'm going to take the suggestion of Paul Bunyan. Paul Bunyan.
Yes, that's great.
Inspirations for this scene. Players, are you ready for this game of Monkey Paw?
Yes.
Raylene, my foot has been hurting all this hike. We need to take a rest.
All right, fine. We'll put it down there, Jiminy.
Thank you.
That's what you wanted, Jiminy.
Yes, I packed sandwiches for us. I wanted a picnic. I wanted a nice picnic.
You got sandwiches?
You know I got sandwiches. I've always got sandwiches in my pocket. I've got so many sandwiches. 2 sandwiches. I've got 2 sandwiches.
Pull out those sandwiches!
Hey, sandwiches!
Oh!
It is
You're like 30 feet tall!
That's right, it's me, Paul Bunyan. I'm so very tall.
Do you want my axe or the sandwiches or?
Mostly the sandwiches. That's my main goal today, is to get a sandwich.
Jiminy, they're pretty small, aren't they? Though.
I want to use my wish. I wish that I had more sandwiches than 2 sandwiches.
Wish is granted. However, you're not going to like the ingredients.
Here, take a sandwich. I have an infinite amount of sandwiches to give to you.
I'm gonna just put my axe away.
You gave me sandwiches filled with sardines?
And crickets.
It's all the fish we can afford.
Packed with protein.
These crickets are too small. They get stuck in my 6-foot molars.
I'd like to use my wish.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would like to be as tall as Paul Bunyan.
You can absolutely be as tall as Paul Bunyan, but you are clearly taking life energy from Jiminy as that happens.
Oh, maybe you should share those sandwiches, Paul.
Listen, Squirt, you want a cricket sandwich? It's all yours, pal.
Send them over. Give me them cricks.
I have peanut butter spread to go with the crickets.
Did you say peanut butter spread?
Yes.
Peanut butter. Give it to me.
I'd like to use my wish.
Sure.
I wish that I was not allergic to peanuts so that I could enjoy the peanut butter spread.
You are not allergic to peanuts anymore. However, the next thing that you talk about, you are allergic to.
I'll have some of that peanut butter spread, please.
There you go. Take it.
This reminds me of my grandma.
I know your grandmother well. I carry a picture of her with me at all times.
Wait, you know my grandma.
Yes.
Be gone, Paul Bunyan. Give me the picture of the grandma. I can show it to his eyeballs.
Here, take it. I've been preparing to fight Paul Bunyan my entire life. Everyone knows Paul. This is a photograph of his grandmother.
You get out of here, Paul.
Nana!
And that's the game. Too spooky. Too spooky. Too spooky.
Oh, you know what's? I'm so sorry. Yes.
No, I want to know.
Just the queen of segues. You know what's not spooky? The polls are working again.
Oh, good. Fantastic. I was about to ask if we needed to get Ghost Poll back.
Oh my goodness. It's just a haunted Twitch channel. Oh. But we got the poll working. So like we mentioned before, give your votes to the team you want to see win win the big 5 points. So the red team or the blue team here. We got Big and Little versus Monkey Paw. And use those Twitch points. I see we're already using them. That's great news.
Absolutely. You can use channel points to vote even more. Because it's, it's not fair torture and locking somebody in a library forever if it's actually fair torture. So yes, you are welcome to vote as many times as you would like, spending those channel points.
Oh, and use those channel points they did, because the winner of those 5 big points is the Horror Blues.
Ooh, I believe that takes our score 10-0. 10-0. Things are not looking good for the red team to be locked in the library forever for the second time.
Oh.
But that means that I need to talk to our captains one more time. So I'm going to ask captains to the screen. Oh, Captain Thomas, you seem to be in despair.
All cards on the table. We've been locked in a library forever 3 times, not 2 times.
Okay.
So,
I appreciate your honesty. I believe that
Yes.
will go far. And actually, as appreciation of that honesty, I will let you pick a game to play against the blue team to try to see if you can spin your cards right.
Fantastic. The game that we played that we lost that got us stuck into the library our 4th time was in fact dueling Emily Dickinson poems, and we want another crack at it. So we'd like to play the minor league original game of dueling Emily Dickinson poems.
Absolutely. Matt, how do you respond? Ooh, looks like I'm going to be taking you know what I'm going to take? I'm going to take 3 points away from the blue team. So now we're shrinking that lead. That's actually quite a monkey's paw there. It looks like the team that was in the lead is now slowly losing the points. But Matt, I will ask you again, how do you respond? You're going to lose 3 points again.
Matt, you're muted.
Am I the only one that cannot hear him? I just want to check in.
No, Matt's fully muted.
Just fully muted. Okay, so the score has reduced. That is now 4-0 in favor of the bosses. Things went awry.
That's spooky.
We'll keep it there. We are going to start with the red team, so I will give an opportunity to the blue team to check their microphones in just a moment. Loyal fans in the chat, I would love for you to give me the name of a poem that does not exist. I want the name of a poem. Let's get creative. Let's do it. Because you are going to see dueling Emily Dickinsons. You will see one team give a beautiful poem. The other team will do a quick vignette with that poem, and then we will switch. So you're going to see 2 competing Emily Dickinson poems. And again, my favorite fact is you can say any Emily Dickinson poem to the tune of Gilligan's Island. Like, tell all the truth, but tell it slant. Yeah. Success and something like I had to memorize it when I was in high school.
Wow, no, that's very impressive.
I don't need to know it now.
That's more than I know.
Ooh.
Baby, I'm amazed by you.
See, I am still waiting for those suggestions to come through the chat, but in the meantime, I'm going to take Joey's suggestion of That's Pretty Spooky. So, Red Team, I would like to hear your poem of That's Pretty Spooky. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Elizabeth was sitting alone on a park bench, the bitter cold nipping at her neck.
Alas, she thought to herself about her late husband, the one who died from that sickness.
Her husband died and died again in her memory. For you see, you truly die twice.
And that's pretty spooky.
Beautiful, beautiful. And now we will see That's Pretty Spooky.
Oh, Emmanuel, gone too soon. Too many times.
It's the 2nd time he's gone.
I thought
There's no way it's possibly a 3rd.
I can't keep going to funerals.
That's pretty spooky. All right, that was pretty spooky. That was a beautiful poem, a beautiful poem. Loyal fans, keep that poem locked in your brain because like we did in high school, we will have to vote on poems. But this is better. This is better. Ooh, Tom's Big Day. Blue team, your suggestion for your poem is Tom's Big Day. As you wish to begin.
Thomas walked in to Baskin Robbins, for it was his birthday.
Jethro, the Baskin Robbins man, looked at him and said, "Who's that behind you?"
Thomas looked behind him to see Jethro, the Baskin Robbins man, standing there as well.
Jethro said, "Would you like a large or small cone with your fear?"
That is spooky.
And now we will see Tom's Big Day.
Hey man, you gotta order. There's so many people behind you right now. I don't care if they're ghosts.
I'm filling out my 4-foot-tall calendar. It's my big day.
Yeah, but who's that there behind you?
Well, there's a lot of people behind me. There's like a line
so
going
many
out.
people.
Yeah, there's like 4 miles of people. You need to be a lot more specific.
There's 23 flavors. Just order one.
Right, you're not buying for the whole line.
That's it. I'm buying for the whole line.
And that's the game! Queen segue, lay it on me.
Well, you know what's better than a nice poem?
No.
A great poll. Not the North or South poll, but this poll here. Who was the best poet? Let them know it. Who should get these next 5 points? Should it be the Prometheus Reds or the Horror Blues? Now, the Horror Blues had a big setback. That was pretty scary.
Very spooky. Very
Also,
spooky.
the Reds aren't even on the board. That's also scary.
It's also pretty scary. But I will say, loyal fans, you can spend those channel points. Consider both the poem and the scene that the team performed. So let's see here in the chat as this is going. This is a hot poll. A hot poll.
It is a hot poll, but we got some more cool 5 points for your Horror Blues.
There's 5 big points going to the Horror Blues. They're back to 9. Close to what they were before. Still to the red team's 0. This is making little to no sense. But with that, I must bring Captain Matt to the screen. Matt, how are you going to be spending your days of freedom?
I will do it being as loud as I possibly can, making sure I can communicate clearly, thoroughly, and freely.
I love that. That is poetic, relevant, and a fantastic way to live, just in general.
Yes.
So, Matt, I'm going to give you an opportunity to wow the fans again with another single team choice game.
Well, I need to make up for my little faux pas recently, and we haven't had a murder yet.
Ooh, we haven't had a murder yet.
We have not. So I challenge my team to Chain Murder Mystery.
Fantastic. For the game of Chain Murder Mystery, we are going to have the entire blue team. However, 2 will be locked behind a bookshelf where they cannot hear or see the screen. Who is going to be locked behind a bookshelf?
The first person locked behind a bookshelf will be Eric.
Fantastic. So Eric will be leaving the screen. And who is the second person? Oh, wait, no. Let me see here.
Yes. The second person
yeah, we do
leaving
need
the
a second
screen
person locked behind a bookcase.
will be Joe.
Joe, go to the bookcase I showed you earlier. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So, loyal fans, for the game of Chain Murder Mystery, we need 3 things in the chat. I would like to hear from you. Where is a place that you had your birthday party as a kid? I loved me a Discovery Zone. Where is a place you had a birthday party as a kid? The second thing I need from you is, what is the most recent thing you lost? Maybe you found it again, and that's fine, but what's something that you recently lost? And then the third suggestion that I want to hear from you is, who is a celebrity that you, if you saw their cookbook, you'd be like, okay, I'll get your cookbook, insert celebrity here. You'd be like excited to see, like, whose cookbook is that? Yeah. Like, for me, like, if Bruce Willis just had a cookbook, I'd be like, I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what it's. How about you, Kelsey? Who would it be?
And I've been thinking about Wayne Brady a lot lately.
Sure. Yeah. I
Like-
got Wayne Brady's cookbook.
I just want to be his friend, and I would eat anything Wayne Brady eats.
That sounds all right. Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. I'm going to be giving these suggestions to you. So the first thing that's important is there's been a murder,
Yes.
but the murder is at a roller rink.
Got it.
In addition, the murder weapon is not a knife, nor is it anything else, but instead, it is a bookmark.
Ooh, creative.
And then finally, the celebrity who is, are they committing or are they falling victim to the murder?
They are falling victim.
Falling victim. Ooh, the murdered celebrity is Ted Danson. So would you mind recapping those suggestions for me, please?
Yes, this murder happened at a roller rink with a bookmark committed by Ted Danson.
Fantastic. We are going to be bringing the first person back from behind my locked bookshelf. Who is that going to be, Matt?
That first person is Eric.
Fantastic. Is there a way that we're communicating to Eric that they are being removed from the bookshelf? Thank you for fans at home. Matt is currently texting the bookshelf to reopen so that Eric is aware that because he can't use his eyes to see the bookshelf is opening.
He has no senses behind the dark.
No
bookshelf.
senses. Oh yeah, this library takes away all of your senses. That's very. Did we not share?
That's why we must leave.
It's like a deprivation thing. You do not want to be locked in this library. It's one of
This
those
is bad. Okay.
bad. All right, here's the scoop. You have 2 minutes on the clock, but that's between the two guessers. So if you take a minute and a half here, you get 30 seconds for the second one. Loyal fans, do the math in your own head for other possible combinations. Players, are you ready for this game of Chain Murder Mystery?
Yes.
Then begin.
Oh, sabasela. Yuzabu. Slabazu.
Whoa.
Ah, so like, wow.
80 seconds remain. 80 seconds.
Ah, so bad. Oh,
Ooh!
60 seconds remain.
It's what about? Gary.
Okay, we're pausing the time. We're pausing the time. So we do have 40 seconds. We have 40 seconds, and unfortunately, Matt is now dead. Loyal fans, and also to explain what this game is, you are going to be seeing Myvan gibberish, and they're going to have to be guessing what those suggestions are, because obviously the other two people left the room. But here's the scoop. Okay, now that that's in your head, you can retroactively understand half the game. Here's what the second half is going to be. Eric now has to show Joe, who is re-entering the room, what the suggestions are. Hopefully, Eric's confident that he
Am I
knows.
gonna die?
Listen, I mean, we all are. I don't know if that's
Not
I don't know
me.
if that's news. We talked about this earlier, that we're all going to be turning into ghosts, and our deaths is that, but with clothes in the wind and the minds and hearts of our relatives. So you do have 40 seconds to convey all three things to Joe. Joe, are you ready for this?
Oh, I've never been more ready for anything in my life.
Let's rock and roll. There's a murder. Tweet.
Tobogan, hey.
Hey.
Woo!
Ooh.
Oh, wait.
What?
Soup. Pow! Pow!
25 seconds.
Let's say, like,
Who? Oh, screw.
How was that? Yeah. Subale.
Cosplay.
Subale.
10 seconds.
Cool.
Five,
Subale.
4, 3, 2,
Subale.
1. Actually, you know what? You can just keep going with that clue. Yeah. Yeah, fantastic clue. So Joe, go ahead and kill Eric with what you think the murder weapon is.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay. Really deep. Okay, loyal fans, here's the fun part. We're going to go in reverse to see if we got those things correct. That's the chain part of the chain murder mystery. And I'm very excited to hear. Joe, where was the location?
Oh, the location was obviously the field on the cover of that one movie, The Sound of Music, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And what was the murder weapon?
The murder weapon was a guitar, an axe, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And who was the murderer?
Ooh, the murderer was a lumberjack of some sort. A lumberjack.
Fantastic. All right, I'm going to raise Eric from the dead because, Eric, I want to hear where this went wrong for you. None of that was correct, by the way. I don't know if I needed to, indicate, but, you're about it. Eric, location?
We were at a ice skating rink.
Okay, all right. And what was the murder weapon?
It was a bookmark.
Fantastic. That is correct. It was a bookmark. Wonderful. And who was the murderer?
It probably was Prince.
Fantastic. Wonderful guess. Wonderful guess. I'm going to go back. Matt knows the suggestion, so I'm going to go back to Matt. Matt, what was the location?
The location was a roller rink.
Wonderful. What was the murder weapon?
The murder weapon was indeed a bookmark.
Ooh, and who was the murderer?
Why, obviously, it was Ted Danson.
Fantastic. Ooh, now here's my follow-up question. Who is Ted Danson?
Fantastic question to ask.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I delegate that to Eric.
Eric, do you know who Ted Danson is?
You mean Beck?
Sure. Joe,
I delegate
do
now
you
to
know
Joe.
who Ted Danson is?
You mean Sam Malone himself?
Thank you. All right, loyal fans, that is time. This is
There he
Ted
is.
Danson.
The ghost of Ted Danson. He's
yep.
alive.
He is alive. On Cheers, also my favorite. I loved him in The Good Place.
Ooh, yeah.
I thought he was fantastic in that. Loyal fans, what you cannot see is Matt Kidd realizing what has happened in Matt's brain there. And Work Milder, I think you called it pretty early with what I thought was happening as well. So with that, we do get to see a game from the red team. So Captain Thomas to the screen. All right.
Yeah, as you know, we've been locked in a library forever 6 times, and this is as close as we've come to getting out.
Would you like to play a game?
Yeah, being locked in a...
No. Here's my game. You have 5 seconds besides Cheers and The Good Place to name one more thing that Ted Nugent is in, and you get 7 points. 5.
Oh. Ted Nugent is in his own band, Ted Nugent's band.
Fantastic. That's 7 points. That is 7 points.
Oh my gosh.
I love Ted Nugent in The Good Place. I love Ted Nugent in his own band.
Yeah.
So thank you. So the score, I don't even know anymore. I think it's 9-7.
Yeah, it is.
Favorite the bosses, but I just needed to get some more Ted Danson Nugent in there. Now at this point, you've been locked in a library 6 times. What game would you like to play?
Serving 7 consecutive forever sentences in a library, which we've been locked in forever. You learn a lot about language, literature, and syntax. So we are going to play the minor league original game of Onomatopedia.
Onomatopedia, wonderful. Screen your team. Royal fans, I need something weird. Weird is a suggestion. So I'll scroll up and find another suggestion that I haven't taken yet that I love. I want you to put made up words in the chat. Like earlier you heard the blue team using gibberish. Think of gibberish and put a gibberish word in the chat. I'm asked just literally make up a word. For the game of Onomatopedia, the team will be playing a scene, but at any point I can blow my whistle and take one of your made up words and give it to the red team. They are then responsible for incorporating it into the scene. Scrolling up, another suggestion that I loved was sanity. The suggestion for the game of Onomatopedia is going to be sanity. And I want to see 2 more made up words in the chat before I let the red team start, because I'm not going to leave them hanging. I need 1 more made up word. Come on through, chat, because I want to be able to pick some of these made up words. You know what I mean? Perfect. Fantastic. For the game of Onomatopedia, red team, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
And begin.
Ooh. Been wiping down this entire diner for 4 minutes, and it's as clean as I can get it.
You're doing really great. It looks really good.
Liz, you look real tired.
I just feel like I'm losing my mind, Jordan. Like
Blar.
Like, yeah, I know. I can see, like, whenever you blink, it's like blar, 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 blar.
I have just been blarring all day, Jordan. Like,
oh my gosh, sit down, girl, and dish.
Is anyone else blar?
I'm blar.
Oh, so blar today.
Right?
I've not felt blar at all.
What is your secret?
Queeble.
Well, I think it's I've been sneezing a lot, and I've just been going queeble, queeble, queeble.
Oh my gosh. You've been queebling?
I've been queebling, and it gets my blar all out.
Oh no, Jordan. Queebling is not a good thing, friend. That's like a really bad thing. I've been so blarged because I'm afraid of queebling.
No, if I've been
My mother taught me queebling was real blar. Like the blarest thing you could blar.
It's so blar.
I've purposely been trying to queeble.
You've been trying to queeble?
Well, stop queebling! Stop
Jordan,
even
stop
saying
it.
queeble.
Yeah, stop queebling.
No, I can't stop. Like, how do I unqueeble?
You're going to become...
Tangaroo.
Listen, Jordan, if you keep queegling, you are going to turn into a tangaroo. A literal tangaroo.
Do you want to be a tangaroo?
No!
You're going to queeble your way to a tangaroo.
Stop queebling!
I don't want to!
You're going to turn us into tangaroos.
And then we're all going to be blarg.
We're going to just get affected by queeble.
Florb.
Oh my blorb.
I queebled so hard that I florbed it all over to you.
Great blorb almighty, you are just infecting the rest of us. Jordan!
Florb me!
I don't need to! A queeble!
Queeble!
Oh, I'm feeling so blarg today, and I can't...
So blarg!
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I brought this into this diner, and it's my fault. I thought queebling was going to prevent blarring, but I flurb it to everyone, and now it's just the worst.
Ta-ta-ta.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Ta-ta-ta.
No, ta-ta.
Look at my buddies. I've got Ted Nugent, and I've got the non-existent Space Ghost.
Wow. I don't know what that is, but it's great.
Oh, it's Space Ghost.
See, I've never.
Yeah, it's like old Cartoon Network late at night, like before Adult Swim, but was like, I think I haven't seen a lot of Space Ghost, but I kind of got to like adult, so it was like more of an adult cartoon, not like a
Well,
doll.
I guess I should check out Space Ghost, just like you should check out our other shows this weekend. We've
Come
got
on.
in-person shows at the Den. Check it out. We've got our virtual show still happening this weekend as well. You can find all of that on our schedule, which you can see on our social media, Instagram, Facebook, as well as our Twitch here if you subscribe.
Kelsey, are you for tourists on the lakeshore? Because you are a segue. That is
that was great. See, that was great. You know what else is great? We got the red team taken away with onomatopoeia with these next 5 big points, baby.
5 big points do go over to the red team. The poll has closed, which does mean that we now have 12 with the red team to the blue team's 9. What a turntable. The tables have turned. I will need both captains to the screen. Wow. Wow. Thomas, if you maintain this lead, do you have any advice for Matt's team, having had been locked in a library forever 8 times before?
Yeah. Read a lot. You're gonna have to know the Dewey Decimal System. They don't have computers in this library, so you're gonna have to get used to a card cattle system again. And it's actually kind of fun. The first 4 forevers locked in the library. The 5th and after it becomes redundant. You kind of just know where things are. But this is like the closest. Yeah, this is like the closest we've come to like actually getting out of here. And I'm just like, I'm not handling it well.
And that's very fair, but it wouldn't be fair if I didn't make it not fair. So Matt, I will give you the ability to pick the final game to face off with the red team to see who gets these final 10 points and thus determines who's not locked in a library forever.
Thank you, Ref Allen. I would like to go to my favorite poet and hopefully never be here evermore. In fact, nevermore. So I challenge Thomas and the rest of his team to Edgar Allan Poe's Raven.
Ooh, Edgar Allan Poe's Raven is a rapping at the door. Thomas, how do you respond?
Well, joke's on Matt's team because we were stuck in a pint and a pendulum consecutively forever 12 times. We know this game very well. It's a minor league original. I'd love to play it.
That's fun. Being trapped somewhere is fun. As we've determined earlier, lack of autonomy is fun. Loyal fans, I need a bunch of things in the chat. What did you have for lunch today? What is the last book that you read? What is what's part of your like skincare or like self-care routine?
These are great.
Yeah, absolutely. What's something that you always forget to bring on vacation? Give me things in the chat. Like, what's a piece of technology that you wish you had that you don't have? I want all of those things in the chat because we are going to be seeing the game of Edgar Allan Poe's Raven. Both teams will be cutting right to the pun with the classic setup of, did you hear the one about Edgar Allan Poe's blank? And that's where the suggestion goes. So, for example, if it was, did you hear the one about Edgar Allan Poe's banana? Kelsey will say, no.
No.
Great. Thank you for stalling because I was trying to think of a good joke. So did you hear one about Edgar Allan Poe's banana? And that is when the floorboard split. So we were getting puns. Loyal fans, you will have to vote at the end of this who you thought the puns were spookier. Whoever has the spookier puns is not locked in a library forever. Go into the chat. All right, your first suggestion, and I'm going to be doing these burn box style. I'm just going to call your name. If you have a joke, there's a joke. There's no joke. There's no joke. So we're going to see how it goes. Your first suggestion is a globe. Globe is the first suggestion, and we will begin with Eric for this game of Edgar Allan Poe's Raven. Eric, take it away.
Did you hear the one about Edgar Allan Poe's globe?
No.
Are you sure? It would get you out of this world.
Wow.
Sean.
Did you hear about Edgar Allan Poe's globe?
No.
Well, let me tell you a story and I'll spun it to you.
We are going to Matt.
Did you hear the one about Edgar Allan Poe's globe?
No.
That's okay. I will give you a little latitude.
Thomas.
Did you hear about Edgar Allan Poe's The Globe?
No.
It was tilted on its axis.
Ah, interesting. We're going to be changing up the suggestion. We're going to, that's fair work, Mouther. What is self-care? We don't even know anymore. Chili is going to be the next suggestion, which means I'm going to start it with Joe. The suggestion is chili.
Ooh.
Did you hear the one about Edgar Allan Poe's chili?
No.
He was stuck in a fiery inferno afterwards.
Oh no.
Christian.
Did you hear the one about Edgar Allan Poe's chili?
No.
Ooh, it was good soup.
Ah! Good soup.
What?
If you know, you know. Anyway.
It's a reference.
Matt.
Did you hear the one about Edgar Allan Poe's chili?
No.
Well, if you'd been there, I would have told you about it.
The new suggestion is Game of Thrones, and we're going to throw it over to Thomas.
Did you hear about Edgar Allan Poe's Game of Thrones?
No.
It was rapping on my Hold the Door.
No.
Sean.
Did you hear about Edgar Allan Poe's Game of Thrones?
No.
Well, lucky for you, it ends poorly.
That's fair.
I didn't watch
Christian.
Game of Thrones, so I don't get
Did you hear the one about Edgar Allan Poe's Game of Thrones?
No.
It was vegan and only ate kale. I see.
I'm
Great
upset
Khaleesi.
by that. All right. The suggestion we are going to get here is a PS5. PS5 is the new suggestion, and I'm going to pass it over to Joe.
Did you hear the one about Edgar Allan Poe's PS5?
No.
Well, it'll ghost ya.
Oh no.
Eric.
Did you hear the one about Edgar Allan Poe's PS5?
No.
That's okay, you will have trouble getting it.
And that's the game, and that's very true. That's very true. Loyal fans, Ted Nugent and Space Ghost and Kelsey. Kelsey, you have a poll going in the chat, I'm assuming, and do you have a segue for me?
Well, I don't know if I have a segue for you, but what I do have is a whole bunch of fun information for you about comedy sports. You want to take classes with us? You want to keep watching shows? You want to buy merch? Tell your friends and family and your enemies to come watch us, rep our merch, and have more inside jokes with friends in person or virtually? You know where to go, baby. CSCN Chicago here on Twitch. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out Minor League. We have in-person and virtual shows every Wednesday, but we have our Rec League right before then. How awesome! And you know what else is awesome? We're about to get an answer on who wins tonight's show. Nobody freak out. Everybody calm down. And the winners are the Prometheus Reds, baby, with 5 more points. 17-9. Came out of nowhere. This is great news.
I'm slamming the door. They're locked away forever.
This show is just so spooky. So let's send everyone off the best way that we can. Let's start out with our blue team. They fought hard, but we gotta wish them have a great Halloween. Don't forget, Joe Rodriguez, and our captain, Matt Kidd. So close, no cigar. Our winners here, we've got Sean Jasko, Christian Zerke, and the captain, Thomas P. Clune. We could not have done any of this without the spookiest vampire ice cream in a bathtub, wonderful ref that is Alex Vollmer. Thank you so much, Comedy Sports. Thank you so much, Loyal. I'll catch you this weekend. I'll catch you next Wednesday. We'll be right here. My name is Kelsey. Hey guys, have a happy and safe Halloween weekend. I don't know. Come watch us. We can see your Halloween costumes. Yes, love you all. Goodbye. Happy hauntings.